Here I'm going to show you, if you go down to the provider and click on certifications, it will show me all the possible certifications I could get. If somebody wants to work with me as their customer retention provider, I can click on this Get Provider Code under Customer Retention. And it will show me the code that I need to give to that customer. So I can take this code and I'll have to send it to the customer. I can either call them on the phone or if I talk to them through email. So now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to be logged in as a client. So I'm going to be working as a client requesting a provider. As the client, I'm going to go into settings and go up to experts/providers. And right here, it'll ask me if I have an AllPro provider who isn't a certified expert. I can click on this link and it will ask me to put in the provider code. And this is the provider code that, as a provider, you will have to give your customer. So if I put in this code and click Save, I'll see that as a client, I have an AllPro provider pending, is waiting to be ready to work with me. And I can hover over this badge and get more information about that specific provider. So if I go back as the expert, up here, I'll have a notification. I can click on this, and I'll see a notification that I have one new client. So I'll click on that. And it'll bring me to a list of new clients, and I'll click on the new contact. Notice it was automatically added into the CRM.
So it pulls over all of the contacts information, their website, their phone number, their email address, right into your CRM. So you can start taking notes on that lead right away.
And as a provider, I see the provider control panel. And in this panel, I can see that they've asked me to be their customer retention expert. So from here, I can either accept it or cancel. Either way, the client will get an email notification letting them know whether I'm able to work with them or not. So for now, I'm going to click yes. And now I'm able to log in. I have the login button, and I can work with this client just like the last client where I already deployed him.
Another thing to note here on this screen, if they're working with a number of different providers or experts, each of those experts' logos are going to appear right there in the top. So they can see all of the different providers that are working with that. And if you mouse over those logos, it will show you those providers' contact information and their phone number. So if you want to collaborate with those other providers to take care of that client, you have everything right there at your fingertips.
So if I go back, so I'm looking at the client right now. You can see on the client that I have an AllPro provider hired. And from the same experts provider page, I have two options. For any provider I have, I can remove them at any time if I don't like how they are working with me. And I can click on remove. And it explains right here, removing a provider means that they will no longer be able to get into my console. So as a client, if I don't like what a provider is doing, I can make sure they never are able to log in to my AllProWebTools again. And what I can also do is leave a review. So if I click on here, I can fill out my name. So I can add a rating, 1 through 5, make it 5-star rating. I love this provider. I put in a subject for my review, and I can type in the actual review. And then all I have to do is hit save and save this review.